Alina, can we start now?
Yes, we will start. I will just make a quick introduction. This is our main topic for today. It's about network security and how it is revolutionized with AI. Ali, I just wanted to mention that this is actually your second webinar. I will also share the link to the first webinar, which discussed about Wi-Fi 6. I think that was also an interesting topic. Maybe some of the participants want to watch it as well. And I also want to use this opportunity to thank you for joining this webinar, for presenting. I know it's a really busy time for you, so I really, really appreciate it. I also want to mention that the microphones will be muted during the presentation, but you can all use the chat box to write any questions. In case you have any questions for us, please just use the chat and we will check it. And just so you know, in case you are new to our webinars, the webinars are hosted by the Huawei Enterprise Support Community. And we will also have an exclusive activity for those of you who will attend the webinar until the end. And also we will have a separate activity in the forum where we will invite you to answer some questions for a chance to win rewards. So I hope that you'll be able to stay and watch the webinar until the end. Thank you. I will let you start, Ali.
Sure. Thank you, Alina. It's an honor for me again to on this platform. So without wasting any time, let's move to the very, very important topic. So Alina, I hope my voice is audible to all of you and my screen is visible.
Yes, I think your voice is very clear. Maybe our participants can also write in the chat to confirm that they can hear, but I can hear it. I can hear you very clear.
Sure. So for the questions, you can ask the questions in the chat box and I'll try to answer the questions. And if I not, so at the end, when we have a question answer session, I will address all these questions as much as possible. So as Alina introduced me, my name is Muhammad Ali. Nowadays, I'm working as a research analyst in University of Derby for as I'm pursuing my master's in cybersecurity. Previously, I worked with Huawei like 3.5 years, and my last position was I was a solution designer for FSI segment of Pakistan. So today our the topic is how network security is revolutionized with artificial intelligence. You know, AI is a catchy word for our security solutions nowadays. Whenever we went into the market, whenever we went to the customers, whenever we do a Google to research any type of security solutions, there is always a one catchy word which starts with artificial intelligence. It's AI. Everyone is claiming that our solution is AI based. Yeah, we are introducing an AI in our security solutions. So today, let's see why AI is an important factor for the security solutions, how actually it works. Is it really a magic, or it is just revolutionize the security domain? So it's my email address. If anybody has like any question, even the webinar, either you can put email to Alina, she can forward me, I can help you, or you can directly ping me on my email address. So today we will go to these 6 segments. The first one is we will see what are the cybersecurity evaluation trends and challenges. Then we will see how Huawei is capturing these trends and challenges in its new firewall solutions. What were our traditional solution and what we did new innovations in that solution to make up market challenging solution which has ability to compete against the modern threats. Then we will see the security powers of Huawei artificial intelligence based firewalls. Then at the end, just 1 or 2 success stories, and then we will go to the question answer sessions, and then we will go to the activity and reward session. So my first question is artificial intelligence security a magic? Uh, how we perceive the word artificial intelligence, we may start thinking that yes, artificial intelligence in security is a magic. Let's try to find the answer of this question. Actually, if we found the answer of this question, we will really we'll really get to the concepts that whether it is revolutionizing the world of security or not. Look, for artificial intelligence, the three main components, three important components for the solutions is the first one is we need a high compute powers. The second one is we need high storages, and third one is we need like a mathematics power. You can say why mathematics. I'll explain. Actually, artificial intelligence works on the basis of previous data. If we have a previous data, as much data as we have, I mean we need a rich data and big data. Data must be big and it must be rich. Rich means it is relevant to our concept. For example, if we are trying to implement a solution to stop the threats, let's discuss the threat in next slides. So we must have a rich data and a big data. It means we need a lot of data about the incidents that happen in the world, and logs of different firewalls, logs of different solutions, and it must be relevant to our solution, right? So the second one is high compute power. If we have thousands or millions of log, we have to compute it in a second to find that yes, this traffic is coming, this traffic flow is coming, whether this can be attack or not. How we can judge? With the help of mathematical formulas. We need a strong compute power to compute that mathematical formula. And with the help of that formula, an algorithm is running on the back end of like our solution. What it do is, it just, when traffic is coming, it just like run the formula over the new traffic with the help of the previous traffic and let us know that whether it is attack or not. That is AI. Okay, that is artificial intelligence. We have certain algorithms like machine learning, like deep learning. With the help of that, like there is a one algorithm in machine learning, its name is KNN. For example, we just run that algorithm over previous data just to check the new traffic is either attack or not. So my first answer of this question is a big no. AI is not a magic. It is just helping us to revolutionize the field of security just with the help of our previous data, which is already done in the world. But you know, in domain of security, it is like, it is very difficult to find the rich data because you, me, no one like wants to share its real-time data with a company to put analysis on it, because obviously security logs are always very confidential. But in case of Huawei, yes, we have one you can say that we are superior to other vendor. Why? We have a largest R&D in the world. We are doing our own data sets. We are creating our own data sets. Our research teams are working day and night just to create the data sets to reach our artificial intelligence algorithms. So this is the first point where we can convince our customers, yes, we are better than other industry security products. So if we talk about the objectives of security deployment, then what should be the objectives of this time, the real world security solutions? What we need, obviously what our customers need. We need to defense data. Uh, we actually want to defense our data to be theft, obviously from economic loss. We need to protect our data in public applications, like mostly public applications or customers application are hosted on the clouds now. We want our data to be safe there. We want our IoT network devices to be safe. We want reduced operational management cost. We want simplify security solutions. It must be integrated with other security solutions. And very importantly, it must like fulfill the compliance of every country. For example, if you people are listening to me from Europe or Romania and I'm in the UK, every country has its own set of standard which our security products must follow, like to run in that country. So our solution must be compliant to that, a country compliance. And what are obstacles to the security deployment of nowadays? Obviously, if we are putting like so much research on it, we are putting so much uh, you can say the expensive component in it, so obviously its cost will be much high. And there's some solutions. Okay, so if we are taking the help of the big data, but we have not a very strong compute, then then yes, the performance will be bad. So these are the lot of obstacles which we have to create a very cost effective, complex deployment and like up-to-date solution in our real world, real network. So let's see how Huawei cater these objectives and obstacles in their firewalls to meet the like advanced threats which we have in the industry today. Threats, look, why we need like, I've already discussed it, we are using the AI, but why we are using the AI in our network? Yeah, that's a separate discussion that we are using the AI, how it works. It is not a magic. It is just trying to revolutionize the security products. It's just helping us. But why we need their help? Because for like you can see on my screen, if we talk about from 1990 just till 2019, we have viruses, then worm, the DDoS attack, then phishing. And what is the trend now? Today we have a like very malicious ransomware attack. You know, if a ransomware attack happens to our network, most of the time we only have three options. The first one, remove our network, like reinstall everything. The second one, we have to pay. And third one, we just rent our traffic from the backup and then we need to uninstall the everything and whatever. So we do not have any other solutions that practically happen in the market. But with the help of artificial intelligence, yes, we can detect ransomware. We can mitigate ransomware attack using AI techniques, using AI algorithms. How it happens, we will see in the next slides, or I will guide you how we do this one. Like there are two attacks. If you can see the middle like part of my presentation of this page, we have two attacks. The first one is global imposter, and second one is WannaCry. These are very dangerous like type of ransomware attack. If you can see if you can see the timelines from 2017 to 2019, we have four like release of the ransomware attack. Yes, what happened in the traditional was we created a database of signatures, a traffic cam, it matched to the signature, and it tells us whether it's an attack or not. So if like a researcher whenever create the signatures, the attacker must know, oh, we are attacks now, the firewalls are attacking our stock. They then immediately add a new thing in the attack and change the attacks. So again, signatures can't stop the attack, so attack happen on our company. Same is the case of WannaCry. So that was the real-time threats which we have to cater to like to stop in our solutions to protect our network. In 2017, internal threats accounted for 34%, which increased year by year. So you can say the cyber crimes are increasing day by day. In 2019, 75% of web traffic is encrypted. Now let me know, if our traffic is encrypted, so how we will stop the detect? You know, there is one important way to do the attack is DNS tunneling attack. What the attacker do, they send the malicious traffic in the response of DNS tunnel. So if our traffic is encrypted, that how difficult it would be to decrypt the traffic and then check whether it is malicious or not. So we need a large compute power. We need a lot of time to take to detect the attack, and how we will cater these problems. As I said, what we need a strong performance to, for example, like to decrypt the traffic, to check whether there is attack or not. We need a super intelligence device that can like sense in our language, we can say that can sense that whether its traffic is malicious or not. And it would be a simplified, it must have a simplified operational management. For example, we have a device that has a super performance intelligence device, but it is very difficult to use, very difficult command line, that customer, you and me, will not prefer that device that we put it in our network. So that was a trend and challenges which we have to our traditional network. So if I summarize point one, I can summarize it in a single line that today the threats are very modern. We cannot stop them by using our traditional firewalls or traditional network. What we need is we need a big data, a rich data, a high performance, and simplified operational management to stop these attacks. Why we need these factors, we have already discussed in details. So let's see how Huawei is handling these, you can say, challenges and trends to protect our network. Huawei firewalls are giving us the high reliability, redundant fan redundancy. It's data center specific. We have front back ventilation. We have a height of 1U that's very important for us. Other market vendor like F vendor, they're mostly firewalls have 2U and 3U. They take a lot of space. And we have a diversified ports up to 100G. And we have flexible combination of hard disks like SSDs, HDDs, and up to one like TB. And very important is we will adjust the power by AVS, adaptive voltage scaling. How our chip has ability to sense how much ports are on, so it just draw that much power from our power source to make it work. So we can tell these like positive things about our firewall, which is related to hardware, to our customer, that yes, we are providing you that much things in just a single 1U box. Very important. How we have increased our performance to like to fight against that type of threats. We have increased our like throughputs of the firewall from 3 to 10 times. How? Why we need to increase the throughput power? Because most of the traffic has shifted to the cloud. And now all the users have to go to the cloud to fetch the things out. So yes, there is a huge increase in the internet traffic over the last few years. We have increased the latency down. Why we increase the latency down? Because our firewalls has artificial intelligence factor inbuilt in them. They do not need to every time check the packet from scratch. They just sense the packet. Yes, it's attack or not. So with the help of this way, we have reduced our latency to like 6 times, and SSL description performance has been increased to 10 times. Actually, it's 3 to 10 times, depending upon the box which you are using. So IPsec performance is increased by 5 times because most of the traffic we prefer to be decrypted over the internet, encrypted over the internet. This is a slide. If I want to present my firewall in a single slide, then yes, it is a slide. We have a rules. We will apply the rules on our firewall, like quintuple traffic, services application, access user, geographical locations, threat information, time segment. We've filtered the traffic out in a firewall. And what we check is we will optimize using policy redundance analysis, policy matching analysis. We will tune the policy, and at the end, we will take the output from our box, which can be a permit or a block, the bypass interface packet. We can monitor the log. We will do the advanced persistent threat association detection. So this is a single firewall. We take the input, we process it using our AI artificial intelligence, and we show the required result. Then how it happens, that how AI is working in the box, we have already discussed in detail. It will take the traffic, perform the algorithms, AI algorithms on it, and where the algorithms take the input from our big data nodes, the rich data nodes, and it check whether the traffic is matching to some attack. If yes, it is attack. This is a very important point why we have intelligence defense, and I will relate it to the high performance. Actually, how? Let's look what most firewall vendors are doing. If we are from some like engineering background, we can understand this slide very well. Joint defense enforcement point. What they are doing is actually their firewalls are just enforcement point. They have different compute components. When the traffic will come, it will mirror, like it will copy the traffic to some other device to what to do to check the advanced persistent threat detection. Means we have another component to do the APT, and we have another component to do the sandboxing. We will make the decisions there. Our firewall is just an enforcement point. The decisions will come back to the firewall, and then we will allow the firewall or block or permit the traffic. So most firewall vendors are just using a firewall as enforcement point. What a few firewall vendors are doing, they have a joint defense execution point plus data collection point. Now, if a traffic come to the firewall, first they will send a traffic to the sandbox for sandboxing, just to check a malicious data in the file. And second, they just send the probes, or you can say the logs, to the APT detection product, and there they will check that whether they have an attack or not. So they have execution point on the firewall, but still they have to find their traffic to the sandbox to check whether it's malicious or not. Here comes a very important question. If you are from like security domains, and if you go to the customer, if you meet somebody, they first ask the very basic question from Huawei, whether you are doing cloud sandboxing or not. Yeah, whether you have a physical sandbox or not. If we say yes, we have physical sandboxing, they said, oh no, F firewall, F vendor, C vendor, they have on cloud sandboxing, traffic will just go to the cloud, would not need to buy any additional hardware that is very costly. Oh no, we can't do that, we can't do that. Here we have an answer. With the help of our strong R&Ds, how we find the answer is, in what we do in Huawei artificial intelligence based firewall is, look, we have a defined joint defense execution point and data collection point plus local APT defense point. That is very, very important for us. Look, let me explain you the architecture. A malicious traffic come to the firewall. We have inbuilt CDE. What is CDE? CDE is detection engine, which will be used to detect the malicious files. At like we have an inbuilt sandboxing component in our firewall. Then that use unique built-in traps sensor to detect whether the file is malicious or not. Actually, trap sensor is just helping CDE. And we have inbuilt Huawei APT detection engine. So look, the comparison is in on our on screen. We can show this comparison to our customers that look what most firewall vendors do, what a few good brands are doing, what we are doing. And it is clear from this slide that why we are superior to other market products. It's clear. So that is the answer to most of the customers, that yes, we are doing sandboxing locally. We are doing APT locally with the help of our CDE and APT detection engine. And you know why it is intelligent? Because we have a data. We are every time we are running the artificial AI algorithm, we are doing the mathematics on our traffic to check whether it is attack or not. So here I again emphasize on my point that AI is not a magic. It's just helping us to revolutionize the security products. Because before some time we have analysts sitting on the computers. Whenever the traffic came, the logs, the task has been sent to them. They check the database manually that whether it is attack or not. It can be attack, it can be a malicious file, but now all the task is doing by AI. Now, if I specifically talk about the control and command detection, we know most of the threats nowadays are generating by the CNC server. It's control and command server. What actually it is do, we have a malicious server and we have a DGA domain. It is actually an automated generated domain. We are whenever we like want to visit some domain and we want to visit some website, and attackers use this as a DGA domain. generation tool, and that is actually working as CNC server that infected our host computers and all other computers of our network. Then what is our target from the left hand? You can see on my left hand part of my slide. If we know where is a control and command server, if we block that traffic, we will save our network. That's what Huawei is doing. My all stances, which I have given back, will be proved by this right part of my slide. We have 290,000 plus black samples, 52 sample families we have. From that samples and data, whenever a new traffic comes, we just match our traffic with these samples, and we will let them know whether the traffic is malicious or not. So with the help of that, we have achieved up to 98% of control and command detection rate. Why it is 98%? I told you we need a rich data, a big data and a rich data. So just 2% is because of rich data. Yeah, that is accepted. That's accepted. And the very important thing is intelligence power detection model identifying threat more accurately. For example, if I talk about again, if a traffic cam, either it's a slow brute force attack, or it is distributed brute force attack. What our firewall is do, our firewall will create a model, like mathematical model, and it will match with the help of intelligence engine algorithms, and it will tell us whether it is an attack or whether it is a authorized access. So again, first we were doing it manually, and now we were doing with the help of artificial intelligence. So yes, it's helping us. Again, the security power of Huawei artificial intelligence firewalls. Who is committing the power that we are better? On my screen, you can see Huawei was positioned as a challenger in Gartner 2018 Magic Quadrant for next generation firewalls and UTM. If you can see, in 2016, we were here. In 2017, we moved to the challenger quadrant, and in 2018, we increased our grip in the challenger, and hopefully by up till now we are in the challengers, and hopefully we will move maybe in next year to the leader quadrant, hopefully. So yes, we can say, we can show this to our customers to convince, yes, we are better, and we are like growing day by day, and this can be like clear from our graph. As per the NSS report, we were in recommended rating. You can see from the left hand side of my graph that Huawei is far above than Fortinet. Yeah, you can see. And this is very important. We can show it to our customers that we are growing, and we have a recommended rating. So yes, we are performing better in the customers network. Again, Huawei firewalls receive a Gartner 2021 Choice of Customers Award. So again, this task will help you to convince our customers that we are doing better, and we have an overall score of 4.9 out of 5. And this is not what we are saying. This is the what which is Gartner Peer Insights report is saying. So let's go to some success stories in various industries. Successfully, we have deployed Jingdong. It has 1850, like 1900 remote sites. We have successfully deployed Huawei firewalls to protect its sites. So we have a success story of 1900 firewalls for just you can say a logistics service company. And the most convincing one is the second one, because most of our customers is concerned about the financial loss. So you can give them the example, the ICBC, the Commercial Bank of China. It's a huge bank. It's using a Huawei firewalls to protect its data. So I think this example is more than enough to convince a customer that we are better. Before going to the question answer session, if I want to summarize my whole discussion in just few words, um, AI, artificial intelligence, is playing a huge role to help us to protect our networks in the real-time world as compared to our traditional hardware solutions, our traditional networks. So the catchy thing, what we have in our firewalls, because most of the time we pitch our firewalls to the customer, um, it's an artificial intelligence based components that we have like discussed in that slide, that we have an inbuilt APT, we have inbuilt file detection mechanism in our firewalls. So yes, AI is helping us with the help of their mathematical formulas, with the help of their machine learning, deep learning algorithms. That is actually based upon a big data and a rich data. So we have a big data, we have a rich data, because our R&Ds are working day to night just to create the data sets. We have high compute power, as we have already discussed. We have a separate section, we have separate engines for every computation, and we have simplified operational management. So let me end my discussion here. Yes, artificial intelligence is helping us a lot. It's trying to help us to detect, to stop the attack, to detect the attack. But AI is actually not a magic. It's just created by you and me, just to help us on the basis of previous data. And Huawei is enriched in the data because our R&Ds are working day and night to generate the data, and that is why we are superior to other markets leading vendors. So it's question answer time. If you have any question related to artificial intelligence, related to Huawei solutions, you can ask me. Let me minimize screen.
Okay, so if everyone has a question, please use the chat box to write your questions. After you write your questions, we will show you the activity we have for today. But until then, if you have any questions for our presenter, please use the opportunity now.
Or you people can even like on Huawei form, we have a comment section. So Alina will send me the, she has already sent me the link. So even in future, if you have any question regarding to artificial intelligence, if someone asks you a very tricky question and you are not able to defend the question, and if you have any like ambiguity in your mind that how actually AI is working, just write me the question there. I will frequently visit the link and I'll try to answer the question.
Yes, I shared the link again in the chat. This is the webinar link. You can also use the comments if you have any questions, even after the webinar. Then I will forward your questions, and Ali will help solve the issue or write the answer. So if you have any questions in the future, you can also use this post to write your questions there. If there aren't any questions for now, Ali, can you please move to the next slide? I would like to present the activities, and if you want to show the questions at the end after I make a short introduction. Okay, so for those of you who are new to our webinars, this webinar is presented to you by the Huawei Enterprise Support Community. This is the official community for all Huawei Enterprise products, solutions, and certifications. We already have a huge community with users from all around the world, but you are welcome to join us if you are not a registered member yet. In this community, there are many different benefits, which include technical support by using the Ask for Help option. We provide free technical support for issues related to Huawei Enterprise in under 24 hours. You also get access to an extensive knowledge base where you'll get access to technical knowledge, technical collections that you can learn from. and that you can use to improve your technical skills and also to pass different Huawei certifications. You'll find content related to all Huawei certifications, starting from HCIA and up to ACIE, which is the highest level of certification in Huawei. Ali has, for example, the HCIE certification in routing and switching. This proves at a global level that you are a certified expert in the ICT industry. And aside from technical knowledge, technical support, you also get access to a public recognition and reward system, which includes the Elite Users Program, high coins, which are the virtual currency of this community, and different items that you'll find in the reward section of the community. It's also important to know that every month we have activities and technical webinars. In case you want to subscribe, I highly recommend you to follow this link. Go to the subscribe page and select the webinars or activities or technical content that you're interested in, and we will send you an email every time there's a new content in that particular section that you subscribe to. So if you don't have the account yet, I highly recommend you to register now, because you need to be registered in the community to be able to participate in the activity that we will show you right now. Can you please go to the next slide? Thank you. So the first activity is very easy. All you need to do now is to leave a comment under the webinar post in the next 10 minutes. You just need to leave a text, a comment with "I attended this webinar," and then confirm that you left the comment in the community in the chat box as well. So I will share the link again in case you missed it. You need to go to this link that I will share in the chat, and you need to leave a comment here. So please don't leave your comment in the chat. Go to this link that I shared in the chat and leave your comment there. You need to leave your comment there. That is mandatory for being an eligible candidate for the rewards. So please follow the link in the chat, leave your comment there in the next 10 minutes. Just please confirm that you left the comment, and we will choose 5 winners who share the comment in the time that we allocated for this. And you can win 600 high coins, which, as I said, are the virtual currency of our community. And you'll be able to use this high coins to exchange them for different prizes in the rewards section. You still have time to participate. You still have time to leave your comments. Thank you for sharing. This is perfect. So you need to leave the comment first in the community and then confirm in the chat. As you can see, some of our participants did exactly that. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. I appreciate it. And as a participant in this live webinar, you basically have 2 different chances to win. One chance is by participating in this live Q&A session, and the second option is to answer the 3 questions correctly, and you'll have a chance to win rewards. So you have more rewards if you participate in both activities. Okay, I see some comments. It's perfect. It's exactly what we were expecting you to do. If you think you had enough time to share the comment, we can move to the next activity, or we can wait a few more seconds. Okay, good. So I see that everyone understood exactly what you need to do. Even if you will answer the questions, you can still answer in the comments now or in a few minutes. Okay, great. Are you guys ready to move to the next one? Okay. Let's move to the next slide. Let's show the next activity. Okay, so this is the second activity. You will have to go to the same post in the community and answer 3 questions for a chance to win 600 high points. If you already left your comment, you can still leave your comment with the answers to the 3 questions, and you'll have more chances to win one way or the other. So basically, you need to follow the same link, and you will see the questions, and you'll have to answer in a comment below this post and share your answers here. So it's really easy. You still have time to answer. You don't have to answer immediately. Just please follow the participation rules. As you can see, you have time until August 4th, so almost a week to check out the questions and answer in the chat, in the comments. Ali, can you present the questions? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. You have put me on mute. Okay. So it's the time for the questions. Yes. So we have 3 questions. The first one is, what are the 3 main features that must be present in the devices to compete against the modern threats? It's a single choice question. You have to select the answer from these 3. The first one is, we need performance, intelligence, and simple operation and management. The second one is we need performance, high compute, and simple operation and management. The third one is we need high compute, simple operation and management, and the device must be energy efficient. You have to pick one answer from the, it's a single choice question. And the question 2 is, in which year Huawei firewalls positions as challengers in Gartner Magic Quadrant for next generation firewalls and unified threat management solutions? It's again a single choice question. Either it's 2019, 2017, or 2018. You have to pick up the one answer. And the third question is, Huawei firewalls use joint enforcement mechanism to detect the threats. That is why they are superior to other firewalls available in the market. Just mark it's true and or false. So all these 3 questions we have already discussed in detail during the session. You just need to answer as Alina guided you.
Yes, I will also upload the questions in the post. You'll be able to find the questions in the post after the webinar as well. So don't worry, we will update the post. After we end the live webinar, I will update the post and add the questions there. Just please go to the webinar post and answer there. Don't answer in the chat box. You need to go to the Enterprise Support Community and leave your comment below this post. So please, I will share the link once again. So please follow this link in the chat and leave a comment below with the correct answers. So please leave your comments there, not in the chat. Okay, thank you. Okay, if no one has any questions for now, then we invite you to participate in the activity. We will announce the winners by August 10th. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Please know that tomorrow there will be a new live webinar. So please check out the community. You will see our upcoming webinar. I will also share the link with you in case you want to attend the webinar tomorrow as well. We'll do our best to find interesting topics that we can cover that will be interesting for you. If you have any suggestions for us, or if you want to host a webinar as well, please contact me and we can discuss more. If you want to find me in the community, please, you can find my profile. I will share the nickname in the community. This is my nickname in the community. You can send me a private message in the community. You can share, ask for help posts. You can share a feedback comment. You are welcome to contact us and discuss with us, no matter the issue. So thank you for your time. I invite you to answer the 3 questions in the community after we end this live meeting. And I hope to see you in our next webinars as well. So thank you all for your time. Have a nice day, evening ahead. Thank you.